Hey yo, what's good YouTube? You already know, man. It's your boy LaRon, Female Rap Elite, back with another video. Yo, so if you're new to the channel, please make sure that you like the video. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the commentary only. You know what I'm saying? So listen, today, Lizzo made it official. She's coming out with her new single. Rumors, featuring Cardi B. Now, a lot of people, hold on a second. What the fuck? I hate that shit. Don't you hate when you click some shit wrong on your phone and they lock your shit up? I hate that shit. So listen, Lizzo's dropping her new single on, why the hell did that? Whatever, man. But listen, so Lizzo's dropping a new single on Friday with Cardi. I'm wondering if it's gonna have a video, because like Lizzo, she hasn't dropped any new music like that. Like, she came out with a song last year, I think, but it was like a standalone type of thing. But Lizzo was coming out with her new song Rumors. She played hold on a second. She played a snippet of it. Let me see if I can bring it up on my iPad. That shit just locked up. But so she played the snippet of the let me see if I get it. She played a snippet of it. Hold on. And I'm just going to give my opinion on how I feel.
No, I do it for the culture. Goddamn. They say I should watch the shit I post. Oh, goddamn. Say I'm turning big girls into hoes. Oh, goddamn. They say I get groupies at my shows. Oh, goddamn.
So personally, right? How I feel about Lizzo's music, I think that, for one, I could tell that she's into, the arts, and I could tell that she's into like performing and like the theatrics, right? Because when I listen to Lizzo's music, her music, will definitely get play, and there's people who love it, but I don't enjoy that type of music, but I think she has a space for it, right? Because as I was creating this video, I was listening to her music for like the past half hour, and I was just like, I can hear that she's talented. She has a great voice, but this is not music for me though, right? But then also, if you ever notice any other commentary that I've ever done on Lizzo, my whole thing with her is, and this is my whole thing with any black artist, this is my opinion, right? When you are a black artist, I just feel like it gets a little strange when you get out there performing and your bass doesn't look like who you are. And I think she spoke on that, and then one of my friends, they went to a show, I think in Houston, and they was just like, it was all white people there, like, you know what I'm saying? And listen, people are people, right? But listen, I think that this collaboration that Lizzo is going to do with Cardi B, I don't care about what Cardi brings to the track, you know what I'm saying? But I think it could help Lizzo expand her audience. See, the thing is, when you come out with a new album, like it's not just about putting out good songs. Yeah, it's about putting out good music that people love, from the musical aspect. But when you come out with a new album, there's different targets, like depending on where you are in your career. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce is like, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't really have a target of I need to be bigger or I need to be whatever. She just needs to make amazing art. But for somebody new like Lizzo, what is the target? And, somebody like Lizzo, she definitely deserves it all because she's talented, right? But you got to be very careful of the type of music that you do, because you don't want to go out like, I don't want to say that, what's that chick name who did that song? What's her name? She did a song with Nicki, and I felt like when she came out with All About That Bass, she kind of threw herself into that parody shit, and she can make dope music, but it's just like, what's her name? Yeah, I know y'all know who I'm talking about. What's the chick name who did that song, that Nicki did a song with her, and she had All About That Bass? She gives me the Lizzo effect. I'm telling you, they give me that. She gives me the Megan Trainor. Lizzo gives me the Megan Trainor vibe. And what you don't want to do, Lizzo, you too talented. You don't want to ride that. And then also, if you made a comment about it, seeing all white people out there at your shows and shit like that, I'm pretty sure that fucks with you a little bit. I feel as though maybe the focus is different on this album. Maybe she's going to go a little urban or whatever. But I also feel like, she's definitely, been online and posting and been, very consistent. So she hasn't left the public's eye. But to go that long without dropping music, it's pretty hard for anybody. You just don't know what it can turn out, how it could be. I mean, I wish her the best. You know what I'm saying? But we seen how things turned out, and I feel like this, number one, right? This, their collaboration is their collaboration. It has nothing to do with Normani, but I feel so bad for Normani because now it's like Cardi has moved on. Normani ain't posted in like 7 days on her Instagram page. And when you're a business and you don't post for 7 days, that's like not showing up for work for 7 days. So that's 7 days. Like you don't understand. Like if like her posting, like say this, right? You have to think of it in the mind of a business, right? If Normani didn't post for 7 days, each post that you could have posted on each of those days could have probably generated you like what, 10,000 streams, or it could have generated some sort of interest. You didn't show up for work for 7 days. And I feel like the energy around that project is just off. Cardi B has moved on to this project with Lizzo, and I could tell that she was working on something when, like, you know, when this whole thing with Normani was coming out, she was saying she was working on something, then Lizzo was, you know, doing that thing. It was all clicking together, you know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for Normani, but you know, this shit is rolling out from Atlantic, so you know that they about to get the best treatment for what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't know too many, and maybe I need to meet more people, but I don't know too many black people who I know that listens to Lizzo. Don't make yourself a Meghan Trainor. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where Lizzo is in the process of her album, but listen, you know what I can say too, because you got to be able to check yourself in the moment. Based on me listening to Lizzo's music, I can tell that she loves theater and she loves acting and stuff like that. So you know what? Do what is you. Make the music that you want, but you have to realize the type of people who are going to be attracted to it. And, you know, maybe she getting her The Weeknd on. Maybe she feels like, but Lizzo won't be received as like The Weeknd is. The Weeknd is embedded into this game in so many different ways, and he does that music and he rocks that shit. But yeah, man, I had to get up earlier, man, go out and get some new shit. Like, yo, this nigga pissed me off. Text this nigga earlier today, like, yo, son, like, listen, I've been buying from you for way too long. How the fuck you gonna sell me some dirt, nigga? Like, you sold me a quarter of dirt. Got that shit. Listen, you know I don't play that shit, especially with my money. And that was just a sign right here that this is the last time. It's the last. That shit be, listen, I don't know about anybody. Like, listen, I get my shit done. Like, smoking is cool, but sometimes I can definitely tell it slows me down as far as I'd be like, I'll be putting some shit off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah. This is definitely a sign, nigga. You thought you was gonna get off on some dirt on me? Like I'm some new smoker? Nigga, I'm from New York. We smoke all types. Like, we have all types of strand. Like, my brother, I was telling him that. I was like, yo, bro, when I moved down here, the weed was so dirt, but I had to meet the right people, right? I had to meet the right people. But he was like, bro, you just don't realize, you know, being from New York, we got so many different strands. Like, yeah, come on. I feel like, number one, smoking is not healthy, one, but I'm not smoking no dirt, nigga. You got me fucked up. I don't smoke dirt. What Foxy say? I make too many hits. I got too many. Hell no. If I was down and out, I wouldn't smoke no fucking dirt. You got me fucked up. So let's see. Lizzo isn't received because she's fake. Willow Smith makes rock music and niggas is streaming and fucking with her heavy. I see it. I see it in her Twitter every day. Lizzo is manufactured, typical Atlantic artist. And you know what's so sad? Let's see this. We were just saying, what was Cardi B? What was she gonna do to redeem herself? You know, this is a label mate, and if they don't dump the budget into this, if they like, listen, you know what? Spotify likes to also lie to people. I want to tell you this, right? Spotify likes to lie to people. I can guarantee you, mark my words, right? When they release that single, it's going to be put on today's top hits, right? Spotify lies to the average listener and tells you, like, if you say something to them like, oh, playlists are curated based off trends and XYZ and ZYA, right? All of this shit, right? Lizzo ain't dropped no music in 2 years, so how the fuck she just get on top of the today's top hits? I'm telling you that it's going to be there. Mark my words, they're going to put that on today's top hits. Just mark my words. They want to play these games when you ask these questions like, oh, it's based on trends and it ain't based on that. It's based on favor. Bullshit. So niggas could stream till they blue in the face. And if they notice, like, how you getting added to all of these global charts and all of this shit, but you ain't on today's top hits? Come on. It don't make sense. So I think Lizzo was lucky in this regard, is, you know, to have a collaboration with Cardi. I think Cardi would introduce her to different crowds who maybe didn't listen to her music before, because I'm definitely one of those people. I even listened to the song. I said, you know what? Let me listen to the song. Like, let me say this, right? You never want to take another person's magic away. I think Missy Elliott is great when she does her work alone. But every time, I promise you, when I seen that the City Girls worked with Missy, I knew what it was going to be in that video. I'm tired of all that party anthem type of shit. I feel like she can do it and rock it well. When I seen Tempo today, I said, let me listen to Tempo. It's just not my speed. It's just not. But I hear the talent. I hear the voice. I hear the, you know what I'm saying? Lizzo is talented. You can't take that away from her. And maybe her art is just not for you. And it's not really for me. It's not at all. But when I was listening to her songs, I said, oh, I could see them using this in a movie. She, you know, she's doing things where she's going to be embedded, like, you know, and she could get that money, that licensing money and shit like that. But she signed to Atlantic Records. Who really knows what the deal is on the cash like that? You know what I'm saying? Who really knows? And one thing I never related to with Lizzo either is like, because I don't like people who do that. That's like me claiming Houston. No, I'm from New York. Lizzo is not from, I think, where's she from? Like Minneapolis or some shit like that? And she be saying shit from Houston? What was, like, let me tell you something. Being from where I'm at, like in New York is big. You got people from all over, people from different places, like Brooklyn, Bronx, you got upstate, you got down, you got everywhere, right? But one thing that I will always, like, people, we would play around sometimes because we have family in Brooklyn. So I really knew, like, and I know the areas in Brooklyn, but you would meet people and completely lie about where they from. Like, that's a fucking lie to me. You're a fraud. You're not really proud of who you are. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you think about where I'm from. Like, I'm proud of that shit. That shit made me. It made me. Listen, if I wasn't from there, I don't know. I don't know. Like, and that goes for everybody, no matter where you from. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I never understood people who lied about where they from. That shit ain't gangster. It's not. It looks weird. It's almost like, wow, you not proud of where you from? People used to always do that shit. Like, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from here. I'll be like, you from Brooklyn? Where? What train you live by? How the fuck you don't know what train stop you live by? You from Brooklyn. You live in the Bronx. I know people who live in every borough. Every borough. Like, where you live at? Oh, what train that's near? Between what? And between what two streets? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why people do that shit. Let's see. To be on THH, you must pay. Spotify is managed by humans, not robots. Let's see. Spotify is managed by humans, not robots. Someone manually, that it's like shopping app every time you log in. And then also, just to let you guys know this too, because I upload stuff to Spotify. They have a feature that's available, and I would never do that shit. I don't give a fuck if my shit got one spin. So they have this feature that's available, right? So you have to realize a lot of people, they're going to be getting spins and plays. I want you to do me a favor, because I'm not bringing this shit up on the screen because I don't want to. Go to Google and put Spotify discovery mode. What it does is it boosts certain songs so that they can get more visibility, but they get less money. So let's say, for an example, right? I don't know if Normani and them did this. I'm pretty sure that they flipped the switch for that behind the scenes. See, it's a lot of little fine things that you don't know about if you don't know about it. But only certain people are getting access to do it, and you might get like, and if you do it, you just don't get paid. You get paid way less money, right? What's the point? So listen, they give you this feature where they test it out and they see how your song performs. I don't know for a fact if Normani and them did it. I would hope that they did it to get the song more visibility, but it's like, I don't know. That's like payola to me. So they found out ways to like do payola on the inside too, is what I'm saying. So it's like, say you upload a single and you don't think it's going to do good, right? But you have a label backing and everything like that. And they're like, okay, Lizzo, we can add you on this, but you know, instead of you getting paid that, instead of the label getting the 80%, we're going to slice that shit to 40. Some people just so dying to have that hit that they'll be willing to do it. Look it up. It's called Spotify Discovery Mode. It's only rolled out to certain amounts of people, depending on. And the only reason I think I have access to that is because I uploaded music in 2015. I could put my new shit on it right now, have that shit going through. No, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit. No. Certain labels, like, I don't know what it is with the accounts. I don't know if it's because you uploaded music before a certain time that makes you eligible. But yeah. It's called a discovery mode. Everybody knows about it on the inside. So it's just ways that they use it to make people, you know, more visible. So listen, that's payola. Also, Lizzo is going to be on a TikTok sampling to Chris Evans and dancing to the song naked. I mean, promote your song in which ways you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Lizzo better have the whole rollout. I mean, I implore her to. But think about this just for one moment. You can't. What am I thinking of? You can't like make Lizzo's moment seedy because of what happened with Normani. We don't know what's gonna happen with the track with Lizzo. You don't know how that's gonna be received. She could easily be a Megan Trainor on her project too. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, and this is why you don't make so like Meghan Trainor. I felt so bad because she's talented. I heard her in interviews before, years ago, before she even collaborated with Nicki. She was just like, I love to write music. I really want to do a soca track, and then I was like listening to her music. I'm like, oh, she really is talented. But sometimes the records that you pick, they just, I don't know. What would you rather do? Like, you know how Alicia Keys, when she debuted on the scene, nobody ever thought that Fallen was going to blow up. Nobody. When she came out with that album, it did poor like the first week. And then you notice she started doing 100,000. She started doing 100,000 units for like at least 20 plus weeks. Alicia Keys was killing it. Did 3 million pure. So, yeah, we in a different time and age, and none of you motherfuckers will ever get me to stop talking about, I don't give a fuck how much you talk about this streaming shit. There's a different value in the person supporting you with dollars behind it versus open up your phone streaming it. It's a difference. It's a difference. They need to see, the thing is that all of these tech apps and shit, they do what they want to do. It's like, why would you want somebody to be able to stream somebody's song for free? Why would they do that shit? Even if people is downloading it, you see how quick when you upload some shit to your family, or say you post a picture, say you post some shit to Instagram or to Facebook, they be so quick to identify that shit, or to YouTube, they be so quick to identify that shit. Come on. Nice to Meet You with Nicki was a good song too. They just did not push it. Yeah. You know, but listen, you have to realize this too. This is what happens with certain people, like a Meghan Trainor, right? You got to realize when that Meghan Trainor song came out, this is why you have to pat yourself on the back as just to touch on that, because this isn't about Nicki, but like, you have to pat yourself on the back because everything that record did, we did it, because they ain't have no fans or no static behind it. We ain't see them moving online like that. Let's be honest. And this is why people get mad, but you got to look at that shit too. Look at the Move Your Hips with the ASAP Ferg. He ain't have no fans streaming and having no streaming parties. We held that shit down and we debuted at number 19. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these artists, you have to realize, unless it's another top billing or a person who has a team that does shit like that, that shit is always going to be us doing the work. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Azealia Banks, I think is dope. She sold out Webster Hall in New York City. She sold that shit out 3 times. And I got tickets for the 30th, so I'm happy. But she sold that shit out 3 times, and that's basically almost a crowd of almost 5,000 people. Like, to be able to sell that shit out 3 times and she don't got no major backing or nothing like that, I know that shit be having to make her cry. Like, damn, like, fuck. And I think Megan need to start doing some of those little tours too, to start to recouping that money back. Because arenas is opening up. So listen, there's going to be some sort of tours going on, because I think Tyler, the Creator, he's coming to Houston. So shit, Megan should be booking some arena soon, you know, with 30 other people on the bill. But I see it happening. Let's see. I want to catch her September 1st show. Yup, I got tickets for the 30th. Damn sure do. These new artists are slow. Lizzo took a whole break off. Her new wave is long gone. So but we'll see, you know, like let's really see let's compare Lizzo's rollout. You see how they announced Lizzo early. What made, like, listen, people be trying to like control you with their shit, like, oh, the black blogs, nigga, we still gonna do our commentary. I'm not phased, because also the type of shit that they be talking about, I'm not one of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah. So listen, Normani, it's sad, because watch how this whole shit with Lizzo and Cardi go. Oh, I didn't say that. What made Normani and Cardi think that? Did they think that? So listen, this was the power. If Lizzo announced her shit and been doing this shit for a minute, for like a week, and then she announced it on Monday, what made Normani think that she could wait until 12 a.m. on Wednesday to announce her single? Did she think she was Beyonce? Like, you know what I'm saying? You think about the cockiness behind an artist. She, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these people, unfortunately, who be in the comments online saying you deserve more and you do this, they don't be really streaming your music. That's the truth behind it. Because if they really did, that record would have performed better from both fan bases. It would have did. It's a true testament. I think that we don't, like, listen, we holding that whole lot of money shit up. We holding that shit up. That speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm proud of Azealia Banks. I just feel like, you know, a lot of the times I play her music on this channel, and like I said the other day, I had to go back and look at the credits and look at the year she uploaded. I'm like, a lot of this music is from like 2012. How is this shit fucking with shit that these new chicks is putting out? And it's just like, it's just not good. It's not good. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then we do need an album from, like, you know, I know everybody, I don't know how you feel about like Nas or Jay-Z, or like how I like the Locks or people like that, but every now and then I need an album from people like that because they know how to put projects together. These people just be trying to drop hot songs. That shit don't work. That shit is just a quick, it's like, what do you get out of it though? Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you get out of a song that's just like a up or a wop? It's good. You can brag and say it went to number one, but what do you get out of it? There's no art into that. Like, real talk. There's no art in it. So different artists, different things, man. Some people really be focused on like just nope. Like I said yesterday, I come from the era where they gave you 2 good radio songs and everything else on the album was just like critically acclaimed. Like, oh shit, I ain't like that shit when the album first came out, but everything wasn't geared to radio. They gave you 2 singles to lure you in. You know what I'm saying is facts too. They gave you 2 singles to lure that ass into the album. And back then they was only doing 2 singles. It wasn't 3 and 4 singles how now, because they so desperate to sell some shit out. And that go across the board for everybody because music is consumed differently. So now people got to do so many different singles. It's sad. No, I feel like though, like people are empowered to slow that shit down. You slow it down based on, come on, a single used to be able to rock for 6 months. A single used to be able to rock for 6 months. You ain't get the video for 2 to 3 months into the video. Then the video breathes a whole new life into the song. That shit is whack now. It's whack. That shit is whack. Albums used to be dropped way faster. Exactly. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. And it's no, like, you know what I'm saying? No, Cardi, I'm not trying to shit on your name, but what I'm trying to tell you right now, what you're doing, and this is why I speak about shit in general, and go across the internet and look at the male rappers. Look at the ones, especially from Chicago, who's involved in shit. It's niggas who make videos and talk mad shit about them every day too. So listen, this is just a section. This is just a subsection of the content that's on YouTube. So you can't be fucking mad. See, people be mad at people just for talking about music. No, we have the right to speak about it. Niggas be on here talking about people whole shootings and shit like that, and niggas got bodied, and you want to be mad at people having commentary on music? No, you're just trying to control it, and niggas can't be controlled. You know it. You can't be controlled. Yeah, but how people have millions of songs at their fingertips so we can listen to a song for a week and see? That's what I'm saying. But then, you know, you don't want them to take certain things away from you because then, you know, it will be suppressed that you have to listen to certain artists. So I get it. You able to upload music. Anybody can upload a song and, you know, go viral and have a song. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, guarantee you this Lizzo shit ain't gonna flop. They gonna pump money into it. This is Lizzo's comeback. Lizzo did go on tour, so you know she got some dollars circulating over there at Atlantic. I don't wish bad on Lizzo at all. I hope that this single maybe opens up a new crowd to her and that maybe she could come back home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, nah, you gotta kind of like touch your people. And then that music that she makes is not really for me. But you know what? There is somebody out there who enjoys that music because she obviously sells. She sold some records, so give her that shit. Let's see. All Cardi features flopped this year. Nicki was eating up and upgrading the features back then. It's total difference. Yep, poor Normani. Poor Normani spent $1 million. It don't take $1 million, baby. Look at Beyonce Grown Woman. People play that video and it's still one of the most purchased videos on iTunes. You don't got to do that. It's about if you got it. It's about what you selling. You know what I'm saying? Notice this shit. I want y'all to notice this, right? And I'm going to use Beyonce, I'm going to use Cardi, and I'm going to use Nicki, right? Notice that when Beyonce come out with her lead, when Nicki come out with her lead, they invest in the lead single video. It got to be dope. Like, you know, we got the Chun lead and we got the Barbie things, right? Beyonce Run the World, all of her lead singles, the videos are dope. But with Cardi, all of her videos have to be this huge production. That has to be overwhelming that sometimes that you can't just sell it and just be like creative. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be fed off of the videos that Nicki and Beyonce be doing when they don't be all of it. It's just the way that it's shot. Everything to me, the budget, because I felt like when Nicki fucking did the Regret in Your Tears video, I felt like it was overshot. I just felt like it was overshot, and it didn't emphasize the emotions with the human beings like in real time. Like that's how I felt about it. Shit, I love music videos. I like shit in my mind. When songs come out, I write the treatment in my mind immediately. I'm like, oh, what is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like that? Like Doja Cat, when she came out with that video for Like You, it wasn't to a T, but that video was done well. I liked it because it was sensual, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. But let's see, after she did that whack freestyle in the Dirty Bronx Kitchen, she should have been canceled, and ghostwriting is the wave, and artists ain't putting work in with the pen. Yeah, that's one thing that I didn't like that Cardi said when she was just talking about the whole ghostwriting aspect. She was like, Beyonce, don't use Beyonce. She's known for a voice. Singers are known for a voice. Rappers are known for their mind. What did you construct? What did you put together with your mind? Wow, you really flowed like that? You did that shit? It becomes less impressive when we know that somebody else is behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's just it at the end of the day. So I think that's why, like, again, when Funk Flex said, if you don't write your rhymes, I don't want to know what you have for breakfast, right? So my thing is, on the lines of that, if you come in, like, don't come into the game with arrogance if you know that you're not even really the true person behind what you're doing, you know? Like, Cardi's so happy to be embraced by the people like Lizzo, and then because she just wants it to, like, you know, I get embraced, like, you know, I get embraced. She literally could have just rented an Airbnb and did a visual look for the look and just left Cardi on the deluxe version. Yup, and had people buy her album. You know, that would have been a great announcement. Like, guess what, guys? Cardi B is on the deluxe. You know what I'm saying? She's on the deluxe. But now, you know, and you know what? You know why I talk like this? Because I used to listen to a lot of interviews, and Remy Ma, like, I would listen to a lot of interviews, and this is real talk because I know different artists go through this, right? I remember Remy was in the interview and she was like, nope, she was mad at her label. She said, because you guys don't realize this. She said, when my song comes out and it doesn't do well, and listen, this is the real art of an artist, right? When your song come out and it don't do well, it's going to be on me. What remix am I going to jump on next? How am I going to come back? How am I going to pull myself out of this? And trust me, Normani is going through it. Cardi, Cardi is taken good care of by the algorithm. You know, they about to pick her up on Friday with Lizzo. Come on, you think Atlantic is not coming for blood with Lizzo with this return single? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You got to be crazy. They already got the bots. They got the playlist in play. Today's top hits is, you already know it's going to be there. It's going to be all over. You know it. Cardi trying to use people for a comeback too. Cardi got the algorithm to work for her. She don't got to use nobody. Let's be honest. She don't have to use nobody. That's being honest. Cardi don't have to use nobody. It's all about the way that she's going to be placed. She don't got to use it. I implore you to go to the Spotify and look at the different promotions and shit like that. And I'm pretty sure that shit gets deeper once you got really a label connection. You could really just make shit happen. You could make it happen. Let's see. But is the song going to be good? I don't know if the song is going to be good. You know, we're going to have to wait till Friday to see what's going to happen. I think the only reason why I think this is good for Lizzo is because it could expose her to more of an urban crowd if it is an urban record. But I think Lizzo is going to play, because listen, let me tell you where career suicide can kind of happen, right? Lizzo kind of can't lean on urban radio because it might not work. But we'll see. We'll see what format that this song is, you know, is for. We'll see, you know, what it's for. And then I don't know. I don't think Lizzo could really eat on urban radio. Maybe rhythmic and top 40, but I don't know, man. Truly. Let's see. You guys care about the song going number one. Nicki cares about talent and good music. You guys care about number ones. That's what I'm saying, and that's why they be so quick to be under the posts and like talking about, like, who gives a shit about that, man? Come on. And that's when you know that people try to dig at you, like, about numbers. Like, that shit don't matter. Nicki got the most numbers, the most pure numbers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if Cardi was to cross 170 million, we know that it would not be pure behind it, but they would gas it and make her feel a certain type of way, right? We know that. We know that it's a different time. It's a different time, and people, and this is why I'm saying, like, any of you artists, because you now, since I know that Cardi did that shit, it's all types of people who be listening to these videos, right? So let's see. Lizzo's not a rapper. I care about Nicki coming out with music, although Queen was to be a #1 album. Stand on that. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man. Let's see. Give me music that stands time. But we not in that time right now. Everybody wants a quick, repetitive hook. Like, you know what I'm saying? I even told you that I was like, damn, I'm kind of guilty of doing that. And it's just like a true artist, when you're making your album, I guarantee you, a person will really want an album all full of catchy ass fucking songs. And that's dope, but you have to be strategic how you place that shit, because that shit could get whack after a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like with Lizzo, the way that she's kind of like a theatrical singer. It's kind of like a theatric, and like, you know what I'm saying? Lizzo is a production. She's a production. That's how I feel. Lizzo is a production. I don't have anything against what she does. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do what you want to do. But I just feel like with this record, where are you going after, you know, your last era? I think, wasn't her last single Tempo with Missy Elliott? I think that was her last single with Missy Elliott. Let's see. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that though. Let me see. I don't know. It won't block them. I probably got to restart my shit. But exactly, I don't see Lizzo appealing to urban audience. Exactly, Nisha. I don't see her appealing to an urban audience either. So, like, to me personally, I don't want to hate, but it's like even that shit that they did online, it was kind of whack to me, because it's like, Do I think people love Lizzo? Hell yeah. Do I think Lizzo has groupies at her shows? No. I don't think that. And, you know, like, they'd be like, oh, you hating, like, y'all hating on black women or some shit just by having a conversation about the music and shit. Just like Megan said, 2021 about to graduate college. And I feel like if Megan Thee Stallion don't graduate this year, that was irresponsible to put that in thought shit just because it was graduation time and you tried to help. You see, people think that they brainiacs. They say certain shit in songs around certain times to see that if it's going to make it trend because it's in that season. You putting a song out, like I was telling you, I said Megan has some missed opportunities because on that album that she came out with, when Megan Thee Stallion came out with her new album, she should have had a song on there for her mother. Like, that's my opinion. She should have had that, and it should have been a song that was able to touch people and a song that was able to stand time. But when you're not deep, the only thing you do is you go to the studio, you hear these beats that have some repetitive shit, and you're like, oh shit, they gonna keep saying that. Let me do that, right? Let me do that. Let me put out the quick hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That quick hit shit get old. That quick hit shit get old, because it's like, what do you close your concert to? That's the question. You got to think about that when you're recording your album, and it's like you so deep into your discography. It's like, what is okay, like, I know I got to Bodak Yellow, but what song do I close my show to? What song? Like, I know I got a big old freak. But it's like, nah, that shit be lit when Azealia Banks do all of that fucking art, and then she closed her show to 212. You almost forgot about 212 until she performed that shit at the end of the show. Different artists, different art. Like, yeah, different artists and different art. And these people be so dependent on working with these high production producers to depend on a hit, and they just don't have the art. They need a team to concoct the sound and all of that shit. It's like, man, people in the industry don't respect Cardi and with the Normani collab. Let's see what you said. People in the industry don't respect Cardi and with the Normani collab. It was a confirmation. So if she's #1 with Lizzo, people will understand it's Atlantic. So it's pretty clear. It's payola. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was, you know, Armand was saying that he was like, Cardi gets mad if you say, don't say that I got this and don't say I got payola, but we all see it. Like, I don't be trying to be funny, but if you want to be like, listen, if she wants to be in a mode of following Nicki Minaj topics and shit like that, that brings people. So, okay, I'm like, okay, so let's look at Cardi's Twitter. Her interaction and engagement be low. To me, for somebody to have that many followers, like, and shit like that, her shit be kind of low to me, but people don't pay attention to shit like that. And then, you know, in one moment they say that Cardi is on top and she's #1, and then in the next moment they want to say Nicki has more fans. But then people say Nicki is in her Lil' Kim era. Which one is it? Which one is it? Nicki is classy as fuck. She seen all of this messy shit going on this week, and they wanted her to be engaged and enthralled in that shit. They can't get her, and that's why they mad. That's why they mad. And it's the same thing when people try to get you just by doing certain shit. Like, you don't realize even people who be in the comments saying shit, they say shit because they want you to say something back to them sometimes. No, nah. People don't, and listen, when people don't even get your energy like that, that shit gets them frustrated. It gets them frustrated. Like, nah. I grew up with a fucking brothers, man, listen, having brothers and niggas will nag the fuck out of you. You gotta learn how to ignore motherfuckers. Like, you gonna fall into every trap set? Nah. That's not how that shit go. Let's see. Same with Kendrick. Cardi album is done. I know it's done. It gotta be. You gotta think about it. Don't let your mind leave you. We was in quarantine all year last year. A lot of people got a lot of music. Her album done. And then let's see. Nicki is classy as fuck. You right. That's why I love her. Right. It ain't 2018 when she was responded. She got her power back by going silent. Exactly. See what I'm saying? But then Cardi, she wants Nicki to engage. And I'm telling you this, right? The psychology. See, these people who be telling you, like, you try to think too much of this. Nope, I think too much because it's necessary. Cardi B even going back and forth with Black T Blog because she knows that Black T Blog loves Nicki. It was just to do that. And it was people to get to go to her channel and see who she represents, so to turn people on Nicki again. You think a nigga like me stupid? I need to be your motherfucking management, because I'm going to tell you for the motherfuckers who's really watching out for you. I'm telling you, when I be telling you I'm the little brother, I be watching shit. I know how people do shit. Listen, people think that they strategic. I'm thinking about all the fucking options. And the reason why I'm telling you, like, yo, I used to fucking write medical plans. You have to be a fucking... Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I might be fucking crazy when I turn 70, 80 years old, because the way that my mind just be going, and I just be like trying to think about shit, trying to come up with a solution, trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being honest right now. My mind be going, like, and I be trying to go in like in a constructive, laser focused type of way, like just this type of way out the options of why a person did what they did. Like, for example, I'm going to tell you this, right? The person who I get my weed from, he just took his money, right? He took all his money. He ain't get no PPP loan or nothing like that, right? He just built his he didn't build it, but he just basically like upgraded his new location for his barbershop, right? He normally have bomb ass weed, but he dumped all his money into it. So when I spoke to him earlier about that shit, he told me, he was like, yeah, man, he's like, you know, I had to get back. I was like, I understand that. And I understand that you probably got a lot of people who smoke, and there's different people who smoke dirt and they don't give a fuck. But for me, you know, I only get good shit from you. Like, I don't smoke dirt. But the reason why he was trying to get that shit off is because he was going through something financially, and he kind of, you know what I'm saying? But you should have gave me that option. Just don't give me no dirt and think that I'm going to be okay with that. Then I'm going to get home and be like, nigga, what? What? Nah, you got me fucked up. So, the best of the best. Let me hit that. Yeah. Cardi B knew exactly what she was doing with Black T Blog. I'm telling you, be more analytical in your mind. Question the questions within the fucking question. Why did she respond to Black T Blog? She responded to her because she loves Nicki and she wants people to turn the tides to be against Nicki. Why did she respond to Pop Crave with that tweet with Nicki's name in it? Girl, leave Nicki alone. She ain't even thinking about you. She don't respond to your fans. She got way too much love going through her mentions. She got hate going through it too, but it's way too much love. When I tell you that stadium is high in her mentions with people just talking to her, come on, she don't see y'all. She don't, and that's not even being arrogant. She be like, yo, I need to switch this around because I need to see different people. No, she don't see that. Nicki is a queen, and that right where she's, come on. Imagine how much love people be like, yo, Nicki probably get thousands of tweets. Follow me, follow me, follow me every day. She gets so much love just off of follow me. Do you think she gonna see niggas hating like that? Come on. Cardi see that shit because she be searching. Come on. Nicki is a master to this shit. She came up to Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, seeing the industry, seeing how they handle. Why you think when she goes silent, she takes her power? Because you know what? She's already built up. She got the catalog out here. She has over 40 million listeners on Spotify. Come on. What? What could you do? What could you really do? People streaming all types of songs at any moments they go viral on TikTok. She's good. You know what I'm saying? One thing that kind of disappointed me, I don't know if Lizzo has an issue with Nicki. I don't know what it is, but I kind of be expecting this, right? And I don't think this is wrong of me. So I'm not going to give any type of fucking disclosure, but I just expect black women to kind of like rep for each other and shit like that. And I've never really felt that with Lizzo. And anytime that you could support somebody who did some type of shit like that against Nicki, it says a lot about you. It just really does. I'm sorry, Lizzo. You know, like, her music is not for me. It's not something that will probably end up on my playlist. I will review it because it's popular, and I will talk about it, and I hope that she reaches a different audience. But, you know, on a basic level like that, it's certain shit that I just don't do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all might think that I'm fucked up because of the way I may angle certain music or whatever, but in my daily life with people who I love, yeah, I might argue with some people or some shit like that. Like, one of my best friends is crazy. Me and this nigga got the same birthday, right? Let me tell you what happened, right? Because if you can tell how I talk on here, so his birthday had passed, and we have the same birthdays, right? So I've reached out to him like a few days after our birthday, and I've just pressed this nigga pretty much like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you funny as fuck. You know what this nigga did? He responded to me, but we didn't speak recently until like maybe 2 days ago. I just, on the cusp, I just sent a text. I'm like, yo, what up? And then we spoke. He was like, yeah, I seen where you was going. And he was like, I just pulled back. He disengaged with me. You do that with people who you know what I'm saying, who you really fuck with. That's different in a personal life dealing. But on here, like, no, like, this is conversation about music. Let's see. Man, I love my lucky bamboo. Let's see. I have a question who works with Cardi that says a lot about them. That's what I'm saying. So just on a basic human level, you know, all I hear from people is just these sob stories of they just feel like I couldn't imagine myself, right? Imagine me having a song that sold 10 million records and, you know, have that success on there, that I would feel like I have to explain anything to anybody. Because at the moment that I start doing it is because what do we feel like when people start listen, when you young and I see how people get in trouble and shit, you even learn how to lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody come up to you and be like, yo, did you do? You be like, what? Like, the way that you even do that shit, because you seen how other people got caught out there. You learn as you go as a human being. We're a sponge. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're a sponge. You take shit as you go. And if you don't, I don't know how the fuck your mind operate. Did y'all see the City Girls saying that they want a Nicki feature? Yup. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Shit, they probably want to collaborate with her. You know what I'm saying? They know that Cardi is not going to say that let me tell you this. If you think Normani got what she got but did Normani get that because it's R&B and R&B is on a decline right now? See, you got to factor that into, or was the song just not good? I didn't really care for the song. I didn't think it was horrible, but it's, you know, I didn't stream it or anything like that. And I don't think a lot of people are streaming it. And this is why I don't understand, out of the 40 million listeners that Nicki got, how was Normani the first one on the list? No, what it is that they want that traffic from Nicki's page to go down and be like, oh, Normani, the number one song up at the top is Wild Side, then click and that goes into streams. Nigga, I'm a brainiac. And I don't give a fuck if I was wrong. I'm thinking about it. My mind be going. You would never, and even if it's not, let me tell you something about being a business person and being in business, right? You have to have your mind go there, even if it's, you have to weigh everything out. You have to weigh every fucking thing out, even if it's not true. Let me tell you some shit, right? My cousin who lives in Georgia, she bought this fly ass townhouse in Georgia, right? She was staying with one of her roommates. One of her roommates moved here from Houston, Texas, and he moved into her basement. Fly ass, done basement, all of that shit, right? He wasn't paying no rent though, so she had to put this, she's telling him like, yo, like, you got to get out. Like, you've been staying here 2 months. I told you to just give me $100 a month. He ain't even want to do that. She don't need his money. She make like over $100,000 a year. She work at IBM. She do her thing, like, good black woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know black women like that who kill this shit in the corporate America. They kill it. She's one of them, right? So this nigga ain't want to get out of her house because he basically winged it and moved to Atlanta thinking that he was gonna wind up in some sort of reality show or some bullshit like that. You know how a lot of niggas is dreamers like that. You know what I'm saying? So the day that he was being kicked out of the house, he made this whole scene. He didn't realize my cousin had cameras by her house, right? He made this whole scene that somebody was trying to invade the garage and try to get in there. So you know what? As me, I said to her, what message does that send to you? It's supposed to make you scared so that you won't kick him out. She said, you know what? Let me go look at my camera. She looked at the camera. This nigga did the whole situation and tried to fucking mentally manipulate her and make her think that niggas was trying to break into her house. She live in a gated community. This motherfucker tried to do that shit so that he could stay there. So you have to be careful. Don't believe shit from people. Automatically don't believe them. Make them prove that shit. Prove it. Point blank. Prove that shit. That nigga went through that extent. He came, she said this nigga came running up the stairs like, oh my God. She was like, what? And she said she didn't even think about her security camera. She didn't even think about it, right? She was like, what? And she was like, somebody tried to come and they tried to get into the garage. So she panicking, talking to me about this shit. I'm like, this shit don't sound right. I said, that nigga won't want to leave your house. See, you need a fucking LaRon. Because I'm going to tell you, many people try to tell me before growing up, like, oh, you could be a little negative. No, you just mad because of what the fuck I said. No, because I'm not going to be a dreamer. I'm not a dreamer. I get that feeling if somebody's not genuine for me. I feel all of that shit. I'm telling you. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. You know that shit. But the difference with me is like, imagine how many people would have got imagine how many people would get a bad haircut, or imagine how many people would get some bad weed from a person who they love. Like the nigga who I get my shit from, that should be official, right? Imagine how many people have good relationships with people and they scared to check them. I don't come from that type of place, right? You think you're gonna get money from me and I'm not gonna say some shit to you about it? Nah. And that's your problem. That's your problem. Because people count on your fear of, confrontation. They do. So you either want to be portrayed that, know what I mean? Because people it's gonna happen. I'm just telling you. Let's see. Right, you have to keep it real. Yep. So that's just one thing about Lizzo that I just didn't really like. It's like, damn, on some sister girl shit. Like, I don't even know what happened with Rihanna and Cardi, or if they're cool or not. I don't want to start no rumors or anything like that, but I could kind of tell that Rihanna just knew that she could tell how shit was moving in the background. And Nicki is way too great. You could never be able to take her out. Like, you wouldn't be able to do that. Like, you wouldn't. So how does Normani rebound, right, Nisha? That's what I'm saying. And I'm telling you, honestly, a lot of these artists, they be mum about flops, but I'm telling you, I used to listen to so many interviews from artists. And this is one interview that Remy had, and one of her projects didn't do good. And she was like, now this is all going to be on me. What am I going to do? How am I going to bring myself back? What remix am I going to jump on? I'm telling you, they be trying to brainstorm shit too. Normani got to give, she need a up-tempo track. She needs some hot shit. And she probably could do it. She probably got it in the stash. Maybe this song was just not a good release for the comeback single. But she needs some good shit. Like, yeah. You know what was so crazy? I don't know if you guys check this out. I don't listen to her music regularly, but listen to Tinashe music. Listen to her album. She got a vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad that she don't get the press that she really deserves. And you know what's crazy? I can tell she truly loves to do the music that she does, because it sounds like she loves that time, especially like that early 2000s. Like, she has a sound that is classic that I like. So check out Tinashe album if you can. I definitely think it sounds good. Normani is in the crib like, why did I do this? Yeah. And then you ain't post on your Instagram page in over 7 days. That's 7 days that you ain't show up for work. Think that I'm just being funny by saying it, but I'm telling you, if you have a business and you don't post regularly, that's like, no. And especially if you have a transactional business, like, that's a transactional business that leads to streams, that leads to people. And posting in your stories, even though people can see that their analytics, it's not the same. It's two different visits. You need, for somebody like that, how that song was performing, you need to be posting in your stories and on your page. Like, you should have been posting the best of the best challenges. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep that shit going. Normani needs to save her money up, go independent. Let's see, go independent like what? Like on some Dawn Richards shit. The witchcraft is backfiring on her. Damn. Normani needs to find her identity as a solo artist. That's what I'm saying. And you see, I don't know. Don't bunch me in with that. And they talk about, oh, people hating on. No, we just talking about that shit. When it comes to Normani, what I think one of her critical flaws is that people have seen. Let me tell you how this shit starts, right? This is how it starts. People seeing how she started dancing on stage in this, and then she got that Beyonce comparison. Then you get gassed up. You really do. And you lose focus. And then you feel like you have to, go in. I'm telling you, it could really go down like that. And then I feel like she's just been wallowing in trying to be like, when she did that video for motivation, why did that have to include like, she did homage to everybody to get that to be the talk about piece. That was her promotional piece for that song. I didn't like that song. I don't care. I ain't like that shit. The only motivation I know is by Kelly Rowland. That's when you say motivation, that's what I think of, honestly and truly. I don't think of Normani when I hear the word motivation. I think of Kelly Rowland. And I'd be a little confused, honestly, when people say motivation. I'd be like, huh? Real talk. Like, Normani, wasn't Normani in the Wasp video? Yeah, she was. Oh shit! What he said? Wait, let's be real. Normani never stood out as a soloist in the group. The real star was Camilla. She was known as the black girl. Shaking my head. She needs to find her identity as an artist. So can I ask you an honest question why you said that, Jessica? Do you think that the thing has just been with Normani, that she's been riding on some sort of sympathy that could be kind of similar to like a Cardi B? But, maybe Normani was like mistreated. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe she really was. But just because you were mistreated doesn't mean that you were a star. I know that hurts in certain things that you say out loud. It kind of like hurts it to say out loud, because you got to think some people literally ride off sympathy. They ride off sympathy and they're not really talented. And they're like, oh my God, I deserve more. And it's just like, I hear your music and it's just like, okay, do you really like, okay, are you a Toyota Center artist, or are you a, like a smaller venue? Like, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with a smaller venue, because shit, you could still book. There's nothing wrong with it. But just when you put that out there, when everybody started telling Normani like, oh, Beyonce, and she's going to be, I know Beyonce is laughing like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all said, and you know what? People don't respect this, but when it comes from different people. When Nicki was like, y'all don't realize that y'all hurt these people by comparing them to me. You really do. And see, the psychology of it, you just think she being a bitch by saying that. No, what you do is you set them up, because then you will never compare to another person. Normani will never compare to Beyonce. She will never compare to Kelly Rowland. You'll never be able to do that. So I wouldn't give a fuck if somebody told me that you rap so good like Jay-Z. I'll never be Jay-Z. I'll never be Nas. I'll never spit like Foxy Brown. I'll never spit like Nicki. Those are most of the people who I love. I'll never spit like them. I'll never be able to contribute what they did. You can never do that. And sometimes when people do that, it'd be like, oh my God, that whole dance shit, and then everybody was so stuck on it, and she thinking like she Beyonce. This is my thoughts. I'm not saying she thinks she was, but... And then I'm saying the people she working with production and shit. What about going back and digging up the producers who are unknown and making those hits and shit like that? You don't need to spend $50,000 to $100,000 on a beat, and you ain't even selling music like that. What's the point? What's the point of spending all that money on all of that production? That's what I'm saying. Respect the artists who come from your hometown and they going searching for beats and they making that shit sound good. Support them. I'm telling you right now. Because that shit is hard for independent artists. And we see these motherfuckers on radio and their music ain't good. I implore you, if you have a local artist in your area, give them a chance and listen. Find one song from them and support them. Because people really be going through it and like trying to like find beats and shit and really having songs that sound better, and they just can't get nobody to listen to their music. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to change that shit. You have to. Like, how I don't understand how people be needing to get $100,000 beats. It don't require $100,000 beat. I got shit that I recorded. I could lease a beat for fucking $25 and do some shit, and they give you certain limits. Like, okay, if you sell over 10,000 units, then you got to do this or you got to do that. They give you parameters on it when you lease it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. How are people can literally find beats at their fingertips that's better than a lot of the beats that I be hearing that people have. I prefer underground locals who are anti-mainstream. Right. Normani is talent, but it's something that she's missing. I don't know what it is. It's like her sound. She just isn't sticking to me. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like with being honest, what was the whole like push behind Normani? Was it off of the sympathy of the Camila Cabello situation, or was it off the fact that she is immensely talented and she deserves better? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, another person who I think just kind of chops it up and they work their bass is Dawn Richardson. Dawn Richardson works her bass. She do her shit. She do her shows. And I don't think that I don't think Normani, like, not to say that anybody's art or whatever, but I don't think that she's like, Dawn Richards is amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm saying her last name wrong, but she's amazing, especially live. So, I don't know. It just be those few little moments that people see from a person and they get so gassed up and they be like, oh shit, she killed that dance. I ain't seen nobody dance like that since Beyonce. Then you throw this Beyonce shit on her and then she's trying to chase that. And now she working with Ryan Tedder and Max and all of these motherfuckers that Adele and Rihanna be working with. Come on, man. Follow your own wave. Let's see. Michael Gregory says she is talented, but her music isn't organic. She's trying too hard to live up to people's expectations. You know, you got to get out of your head like that. I'm telling you, you'll get fucked up in the mind trying to create 30 songs that sound like yikes. You'll get fucked up in your mind. But see, people will love it, but you feel unfulfilled. People want these easy bake hits, and it's hard to artists to really, like, listen to Nicki interview when she was talking to Big Fendi, and she was just like, you know, I'm trying to find a balance of, like, you know, making sure that, like, I keep stuff myself, but then also just making sure that it's current too. I think that she does an amazing job doing that. But what I'm telling you is, any true artist always thinks about that. They always think about that. Like, okay, I need to make my album. Like, you know, of course you want shit to kind of happen. Like, you know, when you record certain songs, you don't think that people going to catch on to it and it just kind of happens. But me, when I record certain shit, I be knowing it. I know certain songs that people are going to like more. I know it. But when you record an album, like, if you're an artist, you kind of want some dope shit to happen, and you don't want everything to sound like radio. You want your songs that you kind of geared up for that. Like, yeah, like, I remember when Foxy had her first album, like Hotspot, when she came back with Hotspot on the second album, and she was more grown up and had more of a feminine voice or whatever. She was targeting more of a pop crowd. When you come to a new project, you're targeting different. You don't want to stay the same. That's everybody's focus. But to me, I don't think everybody could rock that pop lane. When Kim came out with Notorious Kim, that no matter what they say, that was a rhythmic pop type of track. Even though they played it on, you know, on urban too. But yeah, man, like, I think because people absorb music so quickly, people are having a hard time figuring it out. Yep, and there's so many artists and people are always releasing music. Like Asian Doll, she released her song today. I don't understand why she released it because of Vaughn. This is a TikTok era, something different. Yup, and then shout out to Azealia Banks, how she got a song out with no playlisting at all, 1 million plays in just a month. That's crazy. People waiting for her. And that's why I think she has the arrogant attitude that she has, where she's like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you motherfuckers. I'm going to get online, say whatever the fuck I want to. I'm going to make dope ass music. I don't have to perform at Madison Square Garden. I could book my shows, get my little thousands of people to come out and see me, and then I'm going to eat. She's independent. You know what I'm saying? Only true talented people can do that. Cardi would not be able to survive without a record label and without a writer. Imagine right now today, Cardi, let's say for instance she goes down to $1 million. Say her savings account goes to 1 million. Atlantic drops her. Everything else is just moving and she got $1 million. To maintain an artistry and just have $1 million when you're not the Magic is going to be impossible. It's going to be impossible because you're going to have to write people. You're going to have to get production that you feel like is up to a certain level. I could go in the fucking crates and dig out production that just be, listen, and then you're going to hear them doing unknown production now. So listen, it don't take, when you a real star, it's easy for you to make a hit. You could go and fucking get some shit from a nigga in Brownsville, Brooklyn, like, oh, this nigga made crazy beats. We about to put this shit out. When you a real artist like that, you can move like that. But when you not, you need to go to, you know, the top dogs and shit like that. That shit is whack to me. Big Money or whatever the song is called shows Cardi can't write. Yeah, and then, you know, she said she wrote it, but then, you know, what happened after that? Like, what, like a week after the writing credits for the song came out? So, yeah. And, you know, that's about music. That ain't no shit about it, you know. Nicki writes her, and I hear she was getting in her producing bag. Yeah. So, Listen, I can't wait to hear what Lizzo's record sounds like. To me, she has a theatrical type of sound that sounds like it would do good in like movies and, you know, different stuff like that. So I do see the longevity in it or whatever. You know, she's probably going to make money. Because somebody is, you know, there's so many different companies always doing marketing, always wanting a song, always wanting something. I'm pretty sure that her license and money is off the hook. I think Lizzo definitely makes money, and you know, maybe she's going to continue to go into that area, but I do think she needs to diversify. She needs to diversify her fan base. And I think it's important to do so. You know, she did the Azealia shit, but that shit didn't even really catch on to me. I would really want to do a survey of people and people who liked Lizzo. Like, what is the demographic of the Lizzo fan? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Azealia Banks, you can't shit on her. You see her posting a lot of white people, but don't get it fucked up. When you go to her show, black people love her too. And that's the best that's what you kind of want. Because that's kind of like what Nicki got. Nicki got that shit on Smash. She got white people, black people, all types of people. So you kind of want it to be diversified, but Lizzo, to me, her music is, you know, top 40. You know, the only type of people who listen to top 40 radio is kind of like Caucasian people. So that's who's showing up at her concerts. Lizzo wants to be Megan Thee Stallion so damn bad. When she had that new promo video, right? That shit is crazy. Lizzo caters to a gay white man's crowd. That's crazy. Cardi is a money making product. Let me see. You said Cardi is a money making product, not an ounce of talent. She ain't never gonna make songs like Grand Piano, Crying Game, I Lied, and All Things Go, right? Unless she gets with those writers and mixes, you know, and does shit like that. But I don't think her sound of voice even matches it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see what this song sounds like with her and Lizzo. I've been on here for an hour. I'm about to get off of this shit. So listen, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about Lizzo as far as like her, you know, her target audience of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying no bullshit. She, let's see. She did some shit like, it was a show in Houston and she was just like, damn, it's all white people out there. So it's something that she's spoken on before. I'm saying, like, what do you feel about like the whole wave of Lizzo? To me, I get like Meghan Trainor vibes, like all about that bass, like, you know, shit like that type of theatrical type of music. And I would want Lizzo to last long. So maybe she's going to go with a different sound on this new project. You never know, but I think it would be wise of her to target a different audience and to broaden her fan base. Let's see. I hope this time she puts something out that we would enjoy the music. Steady sitting back and saying that big women can move because, oh yeah, I understand what you're saying. Alright, y'all. So I'm about to be up out of here. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your comments below, and I'm out.